Today I'm taking you on one of the best experiences here in the Philippines. For the next 3 days we'll be making our way to El Nido on this boat while staying on remote islands. Snorkeling in the clearest of waters and experience the untouched beauty of these islands. But I'm going solo. What the f***? Hungover. Thank you. Let's go! So after 6 years together, me and Julie have decided that it's best that we split up for 3 days.
So emotional. My voice just broke there. It's so emotional. I'll do a quick story time, but basically this whole vlog is a 3-day expedition from Coron to El Nido, which looks amazing. I went to a beach the other day and a jellyfish, literally, I'll show you.
I'll get close to you there.
Attacked me. Like, it's bad enough. He got me good. Have to say, he got me good. And the pain is something I've never felt in my life. The pain lasted about 3 to 4 hours and it was really intense, like electric. Anyways, it was really bad. The meds that the doctor gave me are really sleepy, and also when I'm out in the sun, when the sun hits it, it's really prickly. So I would do the expedition with Daniel, but I'm not even allowed in the water. I can't go in the sun and I can't enjoy it fully. So I'm just gonna get a ferry straight to El Nido now, and that's the final destination of the expedition, and that's where Daniel will be in 2 days' time. And I'll just meet him there. I'll have a little solo trip myself.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it, Daniel.
Oh no, I'm looking forward to it, yeah. I'll be fine.
Daniel has to vlog on his own.
That's the one thing I'm really nervous
it's
about.
It's with a group of people, a group of like 14 people.
Oh no, I'm fine. I don't mind about doing the people. It's just the vlogging on my own now. I'm just like, oh
yeah, but
God.
Once you get the first sentence in, you're okay.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll fill you in more about what's going on then when Julie goes.
Okay, I'll see you in the next vlog.
Here. Hug. Bye bye. We'll see ya.
Enjoy.
Bye bye. So I'm just finished packing my stuff and I'm going to get ready to leave now. So what I'm doing basically is we're going from Coron to El Nido, doing a boat expedition where we're going to be staying on remote islands and doing lots of snorkeling and stuff like that. It's a group tour of about maybe 14 people, so I'm not going to be entirely alone. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Bit sad Julie isn't going, but look, we'll just have to get on with it and we'll make the most of it. I am really looking forward to it because anyone we've actually met said that it's the highlight of their trip. We'll just get all the stuff in our bag now and we'll get going. And as we said before, this is my first solo vlog, so bear with me. I'll try my best and yeah, I'll show you all the best bits. All by myself, don't wanna be Julie. Why are you messing? I'm okay. Oh my God. Oh shit. It's so steep. I'll give you the camera and then I'll come on. Alright, so we're officially on board. Alright, so this is going to be our boat for the next 3 days. It's actually really massive. We've got 2 decks and a nice little shaded area in the middle, so if you can get out of the heat. But yeah, it's really cool. So after about 20 minutes we arrived at the first stop and I jumped in forgetting I was doing a vlog. But this is it here. There's meant to be a really nice coral garden here, so I'm just going to do that. And I won't bother going onto the beach because we're still near Coron, so this is where like a lot of group tour comes and it's quite busy. So I'll be happy enough just doing a bit of snorkeling here. Here we go. We're here at our second island now. It's an unbelievable spot. Look at the water here. It's got like a massive sandbar going across. I don't know if I'm going to do any snorkeling here. I might just, there's a massive jump here. I'm going to jump off the boat. And then yeah, we'll just go onto the island and fly the drone and stuff and chill out. He just told us there that we're not going to be doing the third island today because there's a few box jellyfish around. So we're going to stay here for about maybe an hour and a half and then make it over to camp for the night. Go on, yeah. I'm going to go get a kayak over with my friend James here. Hello James. We're good to go. Touch me head. Very good driving. Alright, in we go. Back to Quran, let's go. Usually when we're kayaking and I'm with Julie, I have to do all the work, but I have James with me today. He's been my helper all day. Look at this place. This is insane. Look at that water behind me. Okay, so I just freshened up there, got a shower and everything, but we arrived on camp for tonight and it's actually a really cool spot. It's not what I was expecting at all. We're staying on like an island now, but there's actually like a family living here and they've all like sari shops and everything set up. We're not going to do a lot more for tonight. Tonight's just going to be a bit of karaoke and just going to sit around the little chill area and get to know everyone. But yeah, first day was really good. I'll just give you a little look of the place we're staying. I'll show you the hut I'm staying in. It's just a basic little triangle hut with a bed and a mattress and a little mosquito net around it. It's actually pretty nice. Hopefully, he said if the breeze stays up like this, it'll be perfectly sleeping, but if the wind goes, he said it gets quite hot. This is my one here. That's it, really. Perfect. Off to the boat. There we go. Hungover. Wait a second, now there's guys up here getting coconuts. 1 sec, wait to see this. Oh my god. How do you get up there? Climb?
Yes.
Look at this lad. A1.
Good job.
Very good. Oi! Good morning. So we arrived at our first stop for the day and this is it. Yeah, I'm not feeling too good, so I'm just gonna chill out in the boat, have my coffee, and the rest of the group's gone over there doing a bit of snorkeling and I might go over now in a minute or two. First, I'm gonna have my coffee and hopefully this cures me a bit, but yeah, not a bad spot to have my morning coffee, is it? Deep, I hope it's deep, it'll be alright. Alright, so we're back on land now for a while. We're just going to a local village here. Is it called Linapacan?
Linapacan.
Linapacan. It's about 9,000 people living here. And we're just going to go in and buy a bit of stuff for camp tonight. That's about it, really.
Hello.
Tandoy. Brother, right?
What's this one?
This is a
Imperial.
different rum, but the same thing.
Same taste. Maganda. What is it? Makana.
Maganda.
Makana. Is that how much?
How much Makano?
Makanu.
Yes.
Makanu.
160.
Just after watching the sunset go down there now, this is going to be the island we're staying on for tonight for the camp. But I didn't do much today at all. I did a lot of sleeping, and yeah, that was pretty much all I was able to do. Oh Jesus! Lightning! Thunder and lightning. Oh, that's cool. Oh, bugs! Oh my God, bugs! Ugh. But yeah, we're at a really nice camp. It's just pretty much 20 minutes over from the village we were at earlier, but we're just going to chill out here again tonight. I'd actually love a bit of rain now, just it's really hot today. A nice bit of rain now would be nice. We'll see you tomorrow. Morning. Thank God for this last night, or I wouldn't have got any sleep. It was so hot. So we're just packing out. It's our final day. 3 days have actually gone so fast, but today I'm going to try and do as much as I can because, yeah, yesterday I didn't film much, to be honest. But yeah, we're going to start off today hopefully doing some cliff jumping. The weather isn't great today, it's a bit cloudy. So he said it'll depend on what we can do. Once we get on the water, he's going to check the conditions and we'll see what we do from there. But yeah, just going to pack my stuff now and get ready to go. Ready to go?
It's possible to rain.
We'll be fine. Buttocks. It's only 9 o'clock and the buttocks is already on. Let's go! So we just arrived at the jump there. That's it here behind me. It's about 8 meters, but there's a flag up here. You'll see it. Where is it now? Just around there. That's like a record from the expedition. I think it's about 20 meters, but we won't be allowed to do that one. Just this one here at the rope. So yeah, I'm going to go down and do it now. Very good. Thank you. It's a jellyfish. No jellyfish. I thought he said jellyfish. Yeah, but we're just going to do a bit of snorkeling here and then we'll be making our way back to Nido. We'll do a few jumps off the boat and stuff like that. Every island we came to so far, there's always like a caretaker, so they always live in the huts. And yeah, they just look after the island and make sure nobody's coming on littering and stuff like that. Not a bad place to live and work. This island we're on now is actually so nice. I just had the drone up there and I seen it's actually not that big, so I'm just going to do a little exploring around it now. What the f***? I didn't see these, there's goats. They're wild goats, oh my God. Hello. That is mad. They gave me a fright. I heard something moving and then looked around and they're just looking at me. They're not aggressive, are they? They don't look aggressive. They must be absolutely roasting here. That's why they're in the shade. That's cute. LeBron James and Messi. There's one there with horns and he's staring me out of it, so I'm going to go now just in case he comes charging at me. Yeah, nice little cute family. You can see there's a baby one and then... Oh Jesus, no, I'm gone. I'm gone. Ooh, that's cool. That's the last thing I expected to see there now. What the hell? So strange. Like when I see goats usually back in Ireland, they're up in the mountains or in the field, like, but you never see them on Paradise Beach like this. That's funny. The food has been unbelievable on this trip. Like the chef is class. Even like when he's doing the decorations, like he's carving the fruit and everything, he does a really good job of it. Before coming on the trip, like on these boat tours, the food can be hit and miss, but like the Keelooma ones, like the food is honestly, it's actually some of the best Filipino food I've had. Like it's really good.